David Randall Wright told detectives.
I have no clue because I'm just now hearing about this.
But the detective didn't argue. He let the statement sit, then quietly shifted the ground beneath it.
I got several people who have already identified you. You're identified on video.
That moment changes everything. Instead of proving guilt, the detective forces a choice: adapt the story or let it collapse. David tries to recover. He pivots, adjusts, fills the gaps.
Or maybe somebody else had my phone.
The detective doesn't challenge it. Not directly, but he applies pressure.
You have lied to me in this conversation. I'm guessing 5-6 times already.
I'm not lying.
But the control is already slipping. The detective tightens the frame, removing every escape route, until the question is no longer if he was there, but why he won't admit it.
Because I didn't do shit.
That's
And
not,
I think that
that's not what innocent people say.
Now the interrogation reaches its breaking point. No more strategy, no more subtlety, just one final question.
Do you want to tell me what happened or not?
couldn't tell you. I don't know.
But the pertinent question is who this genius suspect is and how at the end detective trapped him with a perfect bait. Thanks to the law enforcement agency for providing us this footage. We are working hard on the quality of our content, so your review about my video means a lot to me. It was the early morning of February 17th, 2019, just before dawn, when the quiet of Casino Road in Everett, Washington was broken by a single gunshot. The air was cold, typical of the Pacific Northwest winter night, dark, damp, and still. Outside a Jack in the Box near Fred Meyer, a group of 4 individuals approached what appeared to be a robbery setup. Faces hidden behind bandanas. Their movements were quick, coordinated, but something went wrong. Then one shot. Within seconds, 19-year-old Raul Cuadros collapsed onto the pavement. A frantic voice filled the silence as a nearby witness dialed 911.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
I'm at the Fred Meyer's on Casino Road, the Jack in the Box. Someone just got shot in the chest.
Okay, you're at the Jack in the Box at Fred Meyer's?
Yeah, on Casino Road. Someone
is that the one on Evergreen Way?
Yes.
Okay. And how many minutes ago did this happen?
Literally like 3 seconds ago.
Okay.
The caller described 4 suspects, masked and dressed in dark clothing, fleeing toward what appeared to be a light blue Buick or Crown Victoria. She had only heard a single gunshot, but it was fired at close range. Police and paramedics arrived within minutes. CPR was initiated, but Raul Cuadros would not survive. What initially seemed like a chaotic street robbery quickly unraveled into something more calculated. Surveillance footage, phone records, and witness accounts began to piece together a coordinated plan, one that ultimately led investigators to David Wright, a man who believed he could outthink the system. So let's see how a genius acted in front of experienced detective.
All right, man. I think he's... Let me make sure. All right. So I'm going to record our conversation. It just makes it easier for me to go back. There's no question as to why you're here at this point, right? I mean, it's been in the media, and we've had 4 people arrested already, so I don't have any big secrets to hold from me at this point, right?
I was just told when they arrested me that I was being arrested for murder. So.
Okay. All right. So let me just go over this stuff real quick with you, and then we'll get started, okay?
Okay.
So if you can just state your full name and your date of birth for me.
David Randall Wright, May 13th, 1987.
Okay. And it is February 20th of 2019, and the time is currently 12:17. And David, do you understand that this statement's being recorded?
Yes.
Okay. Go over your rights with you real quick here. So, David, do you understand that you have the right to remain silent, that any statement you make can and will be used as evidence against you in a court of law, that you have the right at this time to an attorney of your own choosing, to have him present and to consult with him before and during any questioning or the making of any statement and at all other stages of these proceedings, that if you desire but cannot afford an attorney of your own choosing, one will be appointed for you at public expense, and that you may exercise your rights at any time. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. Having those rights in mind, are you willing to talk to the police at this time?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, I mean, it's already been in the media. 4 people have been arrested. It's not like we don't know what happened to some extent. You know, we're a few days into this, so a lot of investigation has gone into this thus far. But there's always more that we don't know from every single party, right? Everybody has a little piece of the puzzle. We don't necessarily get the truth from everybody. So I would like to hear from you what happened.
Well, I have no clue because I'm just now hearing about this. So
David enters this interrogation like a man who believes he can think faster than everyone in the room. His first move is total denial. But the detective is not chasing a confession yet. He is studying how a self-proclaimed genius chooses to lie.
I know that a good friend of mine we went to bail him out the other day, and the charge of murder popped up for him.
Okay. Who's that?
Chris Phelps.
Okay. Is he a buddy or is he actually your cousin?
He's like family to me, but he's not blood or biologically related. No.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, the whole, I don't know what you're talking about, is kind of out the door at this point. Man, I got several people who have already identified you. You're identified on video. So it's not a question of that you were there. It's more a question of what led up to this, what was supposed to happen. Because I don't think this is what was actually supposed to happen. I don't think that was your plan to go out there and kill somebody that day. But something happened. Right?
I don't know.
So you're just going to play that you have no idea what happened because you weren't there.
I was not. No.
I know you were there. I've seen your communications with people about it. I mean, there's no question, man. So for you to sit here and tell me that you weren't there is kind of ridiculous at this point. It's not helpful to you, really, to just be quiet and not say anything. Because what I have are people who are looking out for themselves. They're not looking out for you. They're looking out for number one because they don't want to catch charge. So they're going to dime you off. They're not looking out for you.
So you believe somebody that's going to tell you that somebody else did something to save their own ass?
Well, with all the additional evidence, yes. But that is part of why I want to talk to you. Because maybe they're telling me something different about what really happened, what really went down there. I'm not going to believe 100% what they told me.
Yeah, that's good. You probably shouldn't.
This is where the chess match begins. David tries to hide behind uncertainty, but the detective removes that option immediately. Instead of debating whether David was there, he treats that as settled and forces the genius to explain what happened next.
Because if they're telling me you're the one who was planning this stuff, do I believe that? I don't know. Should I? I don't, because I know more than that. But playing the whole, I wasn't there, it's not helpful to you, man. You're not helping yourself out.
I've been out of jail for all of a week and a half. I've spent almost every minute of it with my girlfriend. So, as for, did I plan to kill anybody? Did I kill anybody? No, I didn't.
Okay. So when I look at the GPS on your phone, it's not going to tell me that, it's going to tell me that you were with your girlfriend the whole time, that you never were over at Jack in the Box.
It should.
And the only reason you might tell me that is because maybe you didn't take your phone.
Or maybe somebody else had my phone. It's been known to happen quite often, actually.
Who's your girlfriend?
Her name's Katie.
Okay. You got a phone number for Katie?
Yes, I do.
Can you share it?
425-610-5435.
So this happened Saturday to Sunday. Where were you on Saturday and Sunday?
I want to say, is it Friday or Saturday? I know either Friday or Saturday night. Her and I were at my friend Greg's house all night, most of the night, till like 7 o'clock in the morning. Not sure if that was Friday or Saturday though.
Okay. And where does Greg live?
Just past Madison on Old Broadway. I think its address is 6004 McDougal.
What's his last name? Do you know it?
Huffman. He's easiest reached by Facebook.
Okay.
His phone number's inconsistent.
Highly manipulative suspects often rely on flexibility. David starts building an alibi around his girlfriend, but the details are vague, adjustable, and non-committal. He wants room to move later. The detective, meanwhile, is quietly locking every answer into place.
And okay, so let's say that was Friday or Saturday night. Where would you be the following night?
Either at home.
Well, I'm sorry, where is home for you?
I've been staying with a friend of mine over off of 2nd Ave.
Okay. The 113 something address.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying that you were just home the entire weekend?
I've been home most of the weekend because I've been trying to stay clean for DOC, and it's not conducive to me doing so if I'm out running around going places where I know people get high.
Okay. Did anybody else have your phone this weekend?
My phone has been, I left it in one person's car,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me a day and a half to get it back.
When was that?
That was earlier in the week. And then I let somebody use my phone. They were supposed to just go to 7-Eleven to go meet somebody that was selling something to an offer up.
Mm-hmm.
And they had apparently 7 or 8 things that they had to do between then and when they got back to the house.
So what day was that?
I don't remember.
Okay. And who was that?
That was the guy that goes by Memphis. It's a nickname. I think his first name's Joe. Black guy.
I know Memphis. Well, what day was that? It's only a couple of days ago, man. Like if we were talking to you a month after this happened, I could understand you maybe not remembering.
I don't remember the exact days on that stuff. I don't really pay attention to the days unless it's the day I have to go check into DOC, or like today where I have an appointment that I'm supposed to be at 1 o'clock.
Dude, it's like 2 days ago. It's 2 days ago.
Like I said, I don't really pay attention to the days.
Okay. What's your phone number?
Mine?
Yeah.
Is 425
Mhm.
345 3851.
It's different than the one I have for you. Do you no longer have the 905 number?
That number is a secondary number.
Okay. So the phone that's in the truck, what number is that?
I believe that is the 905 and the 345 number.
Okay.
It's registered for both of them. One's a text now and one's an actual family mobile number.
Notice how David keeps producing alternative explanations for the same problem. Maybe he left the phone, maybe someone borrowed it, maybe someone else had it. This is intelligence being used defensively, not to tell the truth, but to create just enough fog to avoid direct impact.
And who's your service through?
Walmart Family Mobile.
So you're sitting there for a murder one charge. I would expect you to kind of rack your brain a little bit more if you didn't do the crime to help me rule you out as the suspect. Were you in any stores or any locations that I can put you on video somewhere?
Not if I've been home.
I agree. I'm just asking you. Like if there's something that I could use to rule you out, I'm more than happy to. The last thing I want to do is put an innocent person in jail and potentially prison for 20 years off a crime they didn't do. That's not my style. So I want to give you the opportunity to help me rule you out. If you rule me out, I go in a different direction. I be honest with you, that's unlikely, but I'm open-minded to it. I've been surprised before. I'll be honest, I was surprised in this case already. So,
not as surprised as I am.
well, that's not true, but I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but I mean, you know why you're here and what's going on. I mean, at this point, you're literally the last person we've talked to. And the only person that has an allegiance to you is Chris. So, I mean, obviously people are not going to be shy about telling us who was there and who did what. And plus we have video, which you know because you guys called the 7-Eleven to see if they had video.
Now the detective changes the game. Instead of simply accusing David, he invites him to help rule himself out. That is psychologically brilliant, because a man who sees himself as smarter than everyone often cannot resist proving it, especially when he thinks he can talk his way clear.
So,
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box, excuse me. There's video at the Chevron. There's video at the Shell. You know that we have all your co-suspects under arrest. Like, all I want from you is a reason. I understand what happened. I just need to know why.
The only person I know you have under arrest is Chris.
Okay. We have Cody under arrest. Brianna's actually under arrest too because she was stupid. And we have Tannehill, what's his name? Ray. He's in custody as well. We have his car. The car that was used. The car that was at Chevron in our impound. They are all under arrest. You were the last. Chris is under arrest because we viewed messages on the phones that organized picking you up. Those same messages from you to Cody. We have them on their phone. We've already viewed them. We have the Facebook communications between Chris and Brianna, setting up the deal that happened where you guys showed up at the Chevron and walked down. I'm just being straight with you because this is how this plays out. Your girlfriend's going to be dumb enough to provide you an alibi on a murder charge.
The detective starts revealing how much they already know. Arrests, messages, surveillance, planning. This is the moment a suspect, like David, begins to feel the walls close in. A genius can improvise, but only until he realizes the detective is already several moves ahead.
And then she's going to get roped up in a murder as an accessory. If you care about that person, you have just set her up for failure. So I'm letting you know, as trying to be decent with you, like this isn't we're going to trick you into saying something. This is explain what happened because it matters for you later. You're going to be charged with murder one. Whether it stays murder one, that's up to the prosecutor. If you're cooperative, you know from past cases, I'm assuming, that charge can change up and down. So I'm just asking you to make a decision, and I'm not going to sit here and talk to you for 45 minutes and try to beat it out of you, because that's not where we're at. We're beyond us trying to trick you into saying something. That's why I just laid out for you kind of where we're at, because there's no game that I need to play at this point. And if you want your girlfriend jammed up because you just set her up for it, then that's your choice.
You can't threaten me with jamming her up.
It's not a threat, man. I'm just telling you how it plays out. Like, I'm going to go talk to her, and she's going to be dumb enough to lie for you. When I got video evidence that you weren't with her, and you just told me you were with her all weekend, and she's going to tell me that. So that's not a threat. I'm telling you what's going to happen because I have to continue the investigation because you've now provided an alibi that I got to walk down. That's just what has to happen. I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you how this plays out so that it doesn't have to play out that way. Because you're involving her. You're being dumb by doing that. And I'm trying to be upfront with you about it because I'm not trying to be a dick to you.
I don't know where you guys think you get your information from, but wasn't there.
Then tell me where you were.
I was either at home or I was at Greg's.
Okay.
It's one of the two
with
places.
Your girlfriend the entire time, right?
90% of the time, 95% of the time, she's right with me.
Okay. And when would you not have been with her?
If I went over to my friend Leah's house at all.
When the detective brings up David's girlfriend, the pressure becomes far more strategic. He is attacking David's ego from another angle. If David believes he is the smartest person in the room, then being told he just endangered someone close to him reframes silence as stupidity.
She doesn't go to Leah's because her and Leah don't get along.
Okay. Well, when did that happen, if that did happen?
I've been there twice since I've been out of jail.
Okay. So you've been out a week and a half. Like, dude, I get it. Like, you had a quick come up, right? I get it. I don't think you were a stone cold killer. I don't. That's not you. Like, I mean, I don't know if you remember me at all. I have a face that's pretty hard to forget, but I chased you around North Everett when you were Harry Potter, right? Remember that? Well, you've had a lot of contact with officers back when you were a kid and toting knives and just doing dumb kid stuff, right? So I don't believe you're that guy. Like, I think this was a mistake, but if this is your time to bring that forward, like, if you accidentally shot the dude because you flinched or you got scared because of something he did, now is the time. If you come up with that stuff later, nobody is going to believe a word you say.
How the fuck would somebody accidentally shoot somebody?
Because if your finger's on the trigger, it's called a sympathetic reflex. It happens to police officers all the time.
I think that's a term that's been come up with just to cover their asses for shooting people.
Well, you can try to make it about that. I'm talking about you.
I wouldn't know. Never shot anybody.
Before.
Never have.
Okay.
Never even shot an animal.
So, where are we at then, man? I mean, you're unwilling to provide me with some stuff that I can rule you out. So, where do I go from here? I mean, you're the police officer, reverse roles. You're the cop. You're sitting over here trying to figure out if this dude has any remorse for what he did or if he's just worried about getting in trouble. How would you proceed?
I'm not worried about getting in trouble, but I didn't do shit.
Okay.
Think you've got some people that might have said that I did to cover their own asses?
I got your phone numbers too, man. Like it's been long enough that we've gotten this stuff, right? I'll just be upfront with you. We got Cody's phone.
Here the detective offers David something very tempting, a softer identity. Not a monster, not a born killer, just someone who made a mistake. And that is often how interrogators crack intelligent suspects. They give them a version of themselves they can confess as.
The one that shows your phone number and your address and the communications between you two. Like, I have it. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just laying it out for you because that's
what I
we're
met
at.
up with somebody doesn't mean that I went with them to go do something.
Okay. So when did you meet up with Cody?
Probably 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
On what day?
Maybe Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. Where did you meet up with him?
Over by my house.
Okay. And who was with him?
That I don't know.
Was he alone?
When I met up with him, yes.
So why did you meet up with the dude that you didn't know?
Because my friend Chris had asked me to.
Okay. And so what happened after that?
Well, he had tried to proposition me for a handgun.
Mm-hmm.
I told him I didn't have one.
Okay.
So.
Did he say why?
No.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering the communications you guys had, you would have known before you met.
He didn't give me any specifics or details. Chris had said something about he had an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But the details on what the issue were, I didn't really pay attention to. If the guy's got money and he's going to buy a gun and I've got one, I'm going to give it to him.
Okay. Did he have money?
No, he didn't have money, and I didn't have a gun to sell him at the time that he was interested in.
So I'll just be upfront with you, man. I'm not interested in any other crazy charges or anything like that. It doesn't matter at this point, right? You understand? So I'm interested in solving a murder that happened, if that's what it was.
Well, you got somebody that's dead.
Doesn't mean it's a murder. There's all kinds of different homicides and levels, and some are justified, some are not.
I have no specifics or anything like that.
This is the first real shift. David no longer says he knows nothing. Now he admits contact, admits a meeting, admits talk of a gun. That is how these interrogations often turn, not with one dramatic collapse, but with a gradual retreat from certainty.
Like, I'm not a vindictive guy. But if you tell me that she is your alibi, I have to go ask her that. I have to. Because if I don't, your defense attorney will be like, you didn't follow up my client's alibi, and you charged him because you didn't like him or whatever nonsense they say. So I don't have a choice. Like, I'm going to have to go talk to her if you're telling me that she's providing you an alibi on the weekend, that you didn't leave the house. I don't have a choice.
Well, if you call her and ask her to come down and talk to you, she will.
Okay. I understand. And I'm trying not to be a dick. Can you respect that? Like, I'm trying to be decent with you. I didn't have to tell you any of this stuff.
And whatever you're telling me, I think you're full of shit on it. Because I
you
didn't do
really?
anything.
Do you really? I've given you enough information to know, so you know that I have the knowledge that I have. You know that there's cameras at 7-Eleven, or I keep saying 7-Eleven, at Jack in the Box. You know that. Because you were smart enough to call and ask.
No. Sure wasn't.
Okay, look, whatever. I'm just telling you, you know that there are cameras there. And if you're as smart as I think you were, you know there's cameras at the Shell station, and you know there's outside cameras at the Chevron, because they're visible. You could just walk over there and see that.
There's cameras everywhere.
Right. And you did it in like one of the most well surveilled places because of the amount of crime that occurs at that location. Like, that's the main drug meet in South Everett, right? I mean, that's where dudes go to do their exchanges. So I'm at a loss. All of these other people are going to be affected by your decisions. I mean, they are affected by your decision. It was the decision that fast that I'm sure you've thought in your head over and over again that I want to take that back.
At this point, the interrogation shifts from evidence to morality. The detective is no longer just presenting facts. He's challenging David's identity. A man who sees himself as intelligent is now being told that his silence is hurting others.
Like, I care about what happens to these other people because they got involved in something and were stupid, and then you made a really bad decision and you shot somebody, and now they're looking at 20 years off of something. If they got caught, they should do a couple. So I do care about that. That's why I'm talking to you.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy.
You don't care about those dudes?
I'm not saying I don't care about him. I'm saying that you're talking to the wrong guy.
Why?
Because I didn't do shit.
That's
And
not,
I think that
that's not what innocent people say.
innocent people that actually give a fuck.
Yeah, no. You know how many people I've had in that chair, man? Thousands. I know you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. That's you. Like, enjoy your time. I don't care. Then I don't have any hard feelings for you. I'm just going to move on to my next case. I just want you to know this isn't about you. This isn't personal. Like, you can say you don't care, but I actually think you do. I think you're being.
So, with that said, so you agree that there's nothing more to say, right?
If you don't want to talk to me, there isn't.
Well, I don't want to talk to somebody that's going to keep on calling me a liar.
I have yet to call you a liar.
You've made the implication that I'm lying to you.
Because you are. But there's a difference between calling someone a liar and then pointing out inaccuracies in their story. There's a big difference. One is disrespectful. The other is not.
Yeah, well, if you perceive something to be one way, or are
Have I been disrespectful
misinformed,
to you? Have I been disrespectful to you? Have I insulted you or come at you hard or done anything other than
you called me a liar. Yes, you did.
You were lying.
I'm not lying.
Do you not freely admit that you lied to me in this interview?
Where did I lie to you? Listen.
About meeting up with Cody. We'll start there. About being home, not going out at all, and then now you periodically are going out. Would you not concede that both of those things were lies?
Right. I don't go farther than a couple blocks from my house on foot to meet somebody very quickly and come back.
Okay. That's not what you told me.
That's
You said you
pretty
don't
much
leave
being
your
home.
house. I don't leave my house. I was home all weekend with my girlfriend. It's on tape, man. There ain't no secret. Like,
Dude, I've got to walk my dog. Of course I leave the house periodically.
okay.
David tries to regain control by arguing semantics. What counts as lying? What counts as leaving the house? This is a classic intellectual defense. If he can redefine the question, he can avoid admitting the answer.
But as for did I go anywhere?
So you were never at Casino in Evergreen, anywhere near there within 3 or 4 blocks Saturday night. I just want to make sure that we have this down.
Let's see.
Sunday morning.
How far is the Starbucks on Evergreen?
Which Starbucks?
The one on 75th.
Yeah, no,
Too
I'm not
far.
talking about that.
Okay, yep. Then no, I wasn't.
Okay. So you're at the Starbucks on 75th?
Earlier in the evening, yeah. Like 8 or 9 o'clock, something like that.
Well, that's not home. Did you lie to me?
No.
I don't even get a smile out of that one. I didn't get you on that one. I feel like I got you on that one.
You
Didn't I
didn't
get you?
ask from what times
Didn't
to
I
what
get you?
times.
Didn't
No,
I
you
get
didn't.
you? I didn't get you on that one. That wasn't a lie.
No, it wasn't.
So you were at 8 o'clock there on Saturday.
Thereabouts.
You didn't go into the Starbucks?
No.
Were you with somebody?
Yeah.
Who?
Another woman.
Who was that?
I'm not going to tell you that because she would be very upset.
Yeah, but it's a homicide. They can help prove that you weren't involved.
How?
Because if you're with her, right, that gets my timeline tighter. So you were with her from 8 to when?
Not very long.
Okay. So you don't
Half
want,
hour at most.
so you don't want to tell me who that is?
I really don't.
Okay. Were you in a car? You're on foot
I rode my bicycle.
to 75th? Then how'd you get home?
I got a ride from her with my bicycle in the back of her SUV.
So there was a car. Did I get you there? I feel like I got you there too. No? You didn't lie to me about being in a car? I feel like you did.
I wasn't in a car when I went to the Starbucks. I wasn't even at a car leaving the Starbucks.
And you 3 years old? Are you doing the 6-year-old thing on me? Like you're an adult man. What kind of SUV was it?
Watch how the detective exploits those small inconsistencies. Each contradiction, no matter how minor, chips away at David's credibility. For a suspect who prides himself on being smarter than everyone else, getting caught in details is deeply destabilizing.
Oh, wait.
Oh, thanks. That's not helpful. Okay. You're a car guy.
Who said I'm a car guy?
The people I have talked to.
Oh, well, those people have lied to you.
You don't know nothing about cars?
I know how to put gas in them and drive them.
Oh, okay. Was your girlfriend home when this person dropped you off?
Probably.
She cool with that?
I didn't bring her inside.
So you were on your bicycle Saturday at Starbucks. So that means you would have had to have ridden from your house, right? To Starbucks on your bike? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So is that near your house? Did I get you there?
Look, you asked where I was.
Yeah,
Saturday
I appreciate
night,
it. I'm just
Sunday
looking for
morning.
honesty, man. I mean, at this point, I feel comfortable that you have lied to me several times. I'm looking for honesty so that I can rule you out.
If you asked where I was Saturday night, Sunday morning.
I did.
Yeah. So, Sunday morning, late Saturday night.
Yeah.
Doesn't cover 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, okay. So then let's rewind. So Saturday morning to 8 o'clock, where were you?
Most of the time, at home.
Can you just lay it out for me? Why do I gotta like pull it out of you? Like, just I'm asking where you were, man, so I can rule you out. Like,
The only places that I go, usually, I go to 7-Eleven.
okay,
The little Asian market if, we need tubes and tobacco for rolling cigarettes, but that's not very often.
okay.
Walgreens.
But Saturday, did you go to those places? I don't need to know where you generally go. I need to know where you went Saturday.
I probably went to 7-Eleven at some point.
Okay. Any idea what time?
I go when I need something or want something.
I understand, but that's why I'm asking you. Like, any time? Do you remember wanting or needing something on Saturday?
No, I don't, because I don't feel like I need to track every one of my movements and shit like that, because I don't need to have a Loctite schedule of what I'm doing and where I'm going.
Generally, that is true.
Now the timeline becomes the battlefield. The detective isn't asking random questions. He's narrowing the window. Every location, every movement, every minute is being locked into place, leaving less and less room for David to maneuver.
As long as I'm at DOC on Thursdays between 1 and 3.
Yeah.
And I make my appointments with Ideal Options, then doesn't seem like a big deal to me where I go.
Okay, unless you're being charged with murder, then it kind of is a big deal, right?
Yeah, but if I don't pay attention to and keep track of these things, how the fuck am I going to tell you where I was without lying to you then? Because I don't know exactly when I was there.
Well, you could at least try.
Yeah, I mean, I would try. If it can rule you out as a suspect in a homicide, I would try. I would.
Yeah, well, where I was Saturday during the day has no bearing on where I was Saturday night, Sunday morning.
It does. Absolutely it does. Because I can show you wearing different clothes. Or I can show you wearing the same clothes. Right? That's pretty important. Do you agree? I can show that you were with somebody else and not with these people.
People change their clothes. People meet other people.
Oh, no question. But if I'm chipping away at that timeline, right, it can be exculpatory for you, meaning that it excludes you as a suspect.
I know, my vernacular is very good.
Sweet.
So, you don't have to explain your words to me.
Look, dude, you can act like you're upset about that. You're not. So let's move past it.
The fact that you're talking to me like I'm a child,
You're
or
not.
that
I'm not talking to you like a
is
child.
fucking upsetting.
How did I talk to you like a child? Tell me when. I
If
think
you
I've
have
been.
to explain a word that you're using to me.
Most people don't know what that word means. I
Well, most
apologize
people are
if you
fucking
did.
idiots.
Okay, you can pretend you're getting upset about it, but you're really not.
No,
You're just
what I'm
trying
getting
to
upset
divert
about
away
is you
from
call
what
me
we're
a
talking
liar.
about.
Here, David leans into intellectual superiority. He corrects language, challenges definitions, and tries to elevate himself above the conversation. But this is exactly what the detective wants, because ego often exposes more than fear.
Because you lied. You lied. And I don't actually think I called you a liar. I did say you lied, but I don't think I actually called you a liar. So I'll call it to you now so we can just move past it. You are a liar. You have lied. It doesn't mean as a person in whole you're a liar, but you have lied to me in this conversation, I'm guessing 5-6 times already.
So if somebody rapes somebody, they're not a rapist, they just raped?
Potentially.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've heard.
Are you a rapist? Are you a rapist if you rape one person as a 12-year-old and then the rest of your life you don't do anything? Are you a rapist? I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you murder somebody, are you a murderer your whole life? Or can you move past it?
You would think that they'd be a murderer because they've committed the act.
I don't agree with you. And I do this for a living. One decision doesn't make a person what they are.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion.
The conversation now turns philosophical. What defines a liar? What defines a murderer? This isn't accidental. The detective is offering David a mental escape. Admit the act without accepting the identity. It's one of the most effective strategies against highly intelligent suspects.
That's true. So your opinion is that if you make one mistake, a split-second mistake, that labels you for the rest of your life? Because that's not my opinion. You're going to pay for the crime that happened if you commit a murder. But once you do your debt to society, should you still be labeled a murderer? For me, no. And I should be one of the more harsher critics, I would think, doing what I do. One act doesn't make you what you are. Who you are makes you what you are. That's how I look at it. So if you look at it differently, I respect that you have a different opinion.
Apparently not, because you refuse to accept anything I say, so.
That doesn't even make sense. I've accepted a lot of what you've said. I accept that you met with Cody, that you acknowledges your phone conversations, that you were going to sell a gun, a 12 gauge, that you were near Starbucks. That's probably true. I believe that. You went to 7-Eleven. Those are truths. I accept those things. What I don't accept is, you lying about doing what you did. I mean, it's ridiculous because I've given you an out. I've explained to you the backside of what happens, and you're still doing what you're doing. So it's fine. I mean, you make your choice, and you live with your choice.
You're continuously trying to talk me into admitting to something I didn't do.
Nope. I'm not trying to talk you into being honest. I don't care if you admit it or don't admit it. That's fine. I present a case to the prosecutor. My case file goes to the prosecutor. They review it. They make a decision. Right now, that case file says not cooperative. When presented with evidence that is clear that he was involved, lied about his involvement.
But David refuses the premise entirely. Instead of stepping into that mistake narrative, he doubles down on denial. At this point, the detective realizes something critical. This is no longer about truth. It's about control.
Said his friends could basically fuck off. They put themselves in that situation. Willing to set up his girlfriend to lie for him. The prosecutor is going to read that and be like, this guy's an asshole. Put that right over here. That's the choice you're making. The other choice is the guy that feels bad for what happened, the guy that feels bad for his friends that he put in a bad spot, or friend. I understand there's not much involvement between the other two of you. The guy that's not going to hang his friends and family out and expect them to lie for him. That guy goes in this pile. You can choose which pile you want to be in. I don't care. When it goes to court and you're presented as a monster who's out on the street, doing robberies, killing people, no regard for anybody, doesn't care about the people close to him, bringing down those people with him, I don't care. Do your thing, man. Own it. It's your choice. But I honestly don't think you're that big a dick. I don't think you are. I don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Like, it doesn't fit. Do you want to tell me what happened or not?
Now, the pressure becomes reputational. The detective paints two versions of David, one who takes responsibility and one who lets everyone else suffer. For someone driven by ego, this is a direct attack on how he will be remembered.
Couldn't tell you because I don't know.
Fair enough. You good? You got anything? All right. We'll end up close the tape out for you, all right, man?
Should have done that a long time ago when I said the conversation was over.
Okay. Whatever you say, partner.
Signature there. That just was that you waved your whites in the beginning because you did. I just forgot to have you do it. Read this out loud for me.
See, I can't do that because I'm not the only person that spoke on that tape. So.
Okay, so it says, I, David Wright, declare that the facts stated on this tape are true and correct to the best of my knowledge. My statement has been made freely, voluntarily, and without threats or promises of any kind. This only speaks to what you said, not what Detective Brenneman or I said.
It doesn't exclude that either, though. So.
You'll figure right in there that it excludes what Detective Brenneman and Detective Atkins said. It's just a perjury statement, man. It's saying what you said is the truth. It's the standard one that's on the form that everybody signs. So,
Well, I'm not going to sign that, and I can't write an exclusion to a form that's a standard form. So.
Why not? It's handwritten on there in blue ink.
Yeah, in the presence of the two people that it excludes.
You're on
With a
tape,
video
man.
tape
So
to
what?
document it. Yeah,
It's
no
not
problem.
gonna
Just
happen. I
write
can write
refuse to sign
refused.
then for me. Will you write that?
Sure
Nothing?
won't.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, is everything you told me the truth today?
Yes, it is.
100%?
Yep.
No lie?
And this is the breaking point, not a confession, but a decision. David chooses silence over cooperation. For a man who believes he can outthink the system, admitting anything would mean losing the very game he thinks he's playing.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. So,
I'm
and
going to
did
write
I
in.
promise you or threaten you in any way?
No, you made plenty of threats, but
I did?
Yeah.
I don't believe I did, but
not to harm my person or anything like that. But you've made threats.
I don't feel like I did. But did the way I spoke to you adjust the way you talked to me in any way and mean that what you said was not accurate or true?
No, but you seem to think that it is, which
Fair
is why
enough.
this conversation is definitely over.
Fair enough. But as far as the perjury statement goes, what you said is true and correct. Did I promise you anything at any time? Are you thinking or
If you wish to speak to me again, you should do so with an attorney present.
fair enough, man?
I'm going to write in refused.
Fair enough.
So questioning and statement ended at 13:26 hours. Did you turn it off?
In the end, the genius never confesses. But the detective doesn't need him to, because the real victory wasn't getting a statement. It was dismantling the illusion of control. And once that illusion is gone, the rest is left to the evidence. David Randall Wright was ultimately convicted of first-degree murder for the fatal shooting of 19-year-old Raul Cuadros during a botched robbery attempt in February 2019. A Snohomish County jury found him guilty, and the court imposed a sentence of approximately 40 years in prison, around 486 months, including firearm enhancements. During sentencing, prosecutors argued for a lengthy term due to the seriousness of the offense, Wright's prior criminal history, and his role as the shooter. The defense, however, claimed the incident was not premeditated and sought a reduced sentence. The court ultimately sided closer to the prosecution, emphasizing the irreversible loss of life and the broader impact on the victim's family. The conviction was supported by surveillance footage, co-defendant testimony, and Wright's own admissions at trial that he fired the fatal shot, despite his claim of self-defense.